When people just see the apps online and then they meet me, they have this misconception about my technical skills. They think somehow that maybe I was the one to make them. And they quickly learn that there's no way that's possible if you spend any time with me. Um, and I'm so fortunate to have, I've had a few generations of developers. Mikey's been sort of the constant. Kathy Mew started us off with the sand tray 2 weeks after the pandemic started. And that sort of got us all going with this online option. And Hannah, thank you for being the next. Then there was Jake Zodi. We have a University of Maryland computer science group here. So Jake Zodi appointed you, Hannah. So thank you for being here. Max, that's not the right agenda. I sent you the wrong one. My apologies. Okay, so I'm going to turn it over to Hannah and Mike.
Cool. Thank you again for the introduction, Karen. And I'm so happy to be here. I've worked for Karen and Mike over the past few months, and I'm super excited to share we've been working on. And yeah, I'll start sharing my screen and explaining the new app. And yeah. Cool. So the new app is called MindBody, and it primarily explores the mind-body connection. So obviously, there are times when like words just fail us, and in a way, we need some other medium to express how we're truly feeling. And so I think this app does its best to encompass and bridge that gap. And clients can use this, both children and adults, to just to visually represent not only like emotions they're feeling, but smells they might be smelling, tastes. They can draw how they perceive themselves or how they feel others perceive them. It's a fairly open-ended, flexible app in that regard. And obviously, Karen and Mike, if you have other things to say, you can jump in. But we really try to, I guess, just show, give the tools to the client and help them in the best way possible, show how they truly feel, how they're doing in that moment. So as a result of it being so open-ended, we have a bunch of tools exposed in this toolbar here. So if some of you are familiar with the Gallery app, you know there's a free draw tool where you can kind of you can draw hair on this body. And yeah, so this body is meant to represent the client. So I'm just drawing hair on myself right now. Maybe I'm drawing hair that I want, or if I want, I can draw like straight hair, which is actually what I have right now. And we also have a bunch of tools exposed as well, like the square tool to draw shapes as well, circles, diamonds, anything really to at least help the client express themselves artistically and visually. And there's also text area tools where they can write exactly how they're feeling, or maybe they want to say something about like feeling like tired. You will probably explore more of the side panel where they actually have a range of emotions that are pre-selected that they can actually choose if they find that words fail them in that moment. But it's really meant to be just a very flexible tool in that regard. So you can also, fun tool too, you can also change different parts of change the color of the different shapes as well. So if I wanted to change it to like red, it changes to red. So that's another thing. We want to bring color into this app, and colors represent so many things to clients. So just a great way for them to express themselves as well. So that's the free draw tool. We also have some pre-selected options for them as well. So if they want to change like their skin color, they are able to change to different colors. And it's kind of like, I would say, like a design your own avatar inspiration. And so that's why you can change it to different colors. Um, you're also able to skew the body as well. So if the client perceives themselves with a different body proportions, they can skew wider or taller or shorter. Um, so it's very I guess flexible for that reason. So they are also able to like, I guess, copy their bodies too. So if they wanted to like simulate interaction between friends, they are more than welcome to do that. Um, so that's a really fun tool as well. Um, and we also have a bunch of pre-selected emotions in the side panel. They're based off the color wheel. So there's the 6 main emotions, and then we have the ancillary emotions. And so if the client is feeling particularly sad, they can go to the corresponding emotions. Um, so I would say maybe I'm feeling a little bit apathetic today, and hopefully you guys aren't. But it happens, emotions happen. So I would just drag that over, and I can also change the color of that emotion to whatever emotion I want. Um, the color, of course, like every emotion has like a different like perception to people. So if they don't feel particularly like sad about that, they could say something like, oh, it's fine to feel that way. Um, so we really try to kind of incorporate, make them, I guess, um, incorporate those feelings into how they're feeling in their mind, in their body. So if I'm feeling apathetic in my mind, I can just drag it over here um, and kind of create that visual diagram. They can add, of course, like opposite emotions, opposing emotions as well. If they want to add, say, like a smell, they can also add like um, a pepperminty smell. So, and then drag it to their nose. And then change that color as well to a different color. Um, I like red, so I'll change it to red. Um, so it's it's a very versatile app for that reason. They can use it for to describe all 5 of their senses. They can use it for taste. So sweet is also like something that they might be tasting in that moment. Um, and in some ways, like if they're feeling a certain like overwhelming emotion, they could add a background. Um, and so I could add something like this like theater background in the background. So if I want to describe like how I'm feeling, I feel like I guess I'm acting through so much of my life and not feeling like completely in touch. I could just add like a theater background. But also if they want to describe like in real time how they're truly feeling, they can add like, oh, like maybe a school background as well. Like I'm at school and I'm playing, I'm feeling playful. If they're at like work or in their office, they can add that as well. And then that just gives context for how they're possibly feeling in that moment. So I could say, oh, I'm at my home office and I'm feeling tired. Um, so that's an option to use as well to describe their setting. And then we also have a sounds panel. And in the sounds panel, we can click on the button and it will show up on the canvas, and we can actually the play the sound that is listed. So if I clicked on crying, I can play it from the canvas and then hear like kind of tell others how I'm feeling in that moment, which is really sad. So it isn't just a visual app, it's also an auditory app for that reason. And at the end of like all apps, the user can save their work as well and share how they're feeling. But we added that auditory feature to the app to kind of encompass like all the five senses. But that's the whole app. Mike and Karen, if you have anything you want to add or would like me to expand on, I'd love to talk more about. But yeah, we're really excited to share this.
Um, I think you covered everything, actually. Um, and I want to thank you. And I think everyone who's listening might note how you actually you didn't just describe the app, you also were so clinically sensitive with each of the things that you were talking about, Hannah. So that's why you know, you're of course technically so wonderful to help create this, but you also um could could really help us in our language see how we could be using this.
Mhm.
So I appreciate that a lot.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm really excited to show this and for you guys to all consume it and use it. Yeah,
It should be soon, right?
yes, yes. Very
There's still a few bugs. The sound piece may be released without those sounds,
soon.
because I didn't like, I think we all sort of agreed they sound they were more jarring than I think helpful, the sounds that we found. So it may be what the first iteration of this might be without sounds, except for the ones that are visual. It's our intention to make it multisensory, and we will have more sounds like from the Mindful Draw app. um I don't know, Mikey, what would you add, please?
Um, I mean, Hannah, you covered it all really well. I don't have much to add on the functionality. Sharon posted a question about saving it and being able to print it. Just like the other play therapy apps, you can save a screenshot. So it'll be based on if you press the save button, it's whoever's computer, you know, if the client's running it or you're running it on your computer, it would save to that computer. But you can also just take a screenshot as well if you wanted to capture it. Um, just to always reiterate with all of these apps, we never store anything. We never store anything identifiable. We don't save the drawings on our actual servers anywhere. We're very conscientious of any data and privacy, especially since nearly everybody works with children. So that save button just saves it to the computer that this is on. We don't get a copy of it. We don't see it. There's no way for us to really see anything on there. So if they happen to put their name or names on there or anything else, it never gets actually stored on our server. It's just saved in the browser session. So it's always important for us to reiterate that privacy aspect, that we understand the sensitivity and privacy aspects. Um, I think we are going to probably open it up to some beta testing soon. So is it okay? I can share our email, Karen, and anyone here that's interested that wants to help do some beta testing, we can get your feedback and add
Yeah,
new
of course.
features. We're always
I
happy
think
to
you'll
consider new features. Some of it's not always feasible. It's one of the fun things working with Karen and all of you is this idea of how we bridge what might work in a person in-person intervention and what makes sense from a technical implementation, and as best we can bridge that gap. It's really what we're here to do. Um, yeah, otherwise, thank you, Hannah, for all the hard work and effort that's been put into this.
Yeah, so grateful.
Thank you guys. And yeah, it's really a team effort. And I've been really, really happy to be working on this app and seeing like everyone here so like thoughtful and considerate to be able to consume it. So yeah, it makes my day to see that you guys are excited as well.
Well, that's why there's a lot of excitement for the apps, and those of you behind the scenes don't always get to see the enthusiasm. So I'm so glad you were here. and this is just a small subset of people who actually use these. So you're just getting an idea. And so, yeah, email us. I have a feeling there'll be a number of people willing to help with trying this, just so that there's using it, and then there's putting pressure on the app. And so that's why, to me, I just send this out to everyone today, but that's because I don't do what Mike and Hannah do. I have no patience. I just want you to have it. And what Mikey does, and the reason that you mostly don't have technical difficulties, is because they spend a little time on it to make sure when you actually use it, everything works. So I need my checks and balances here. Okay. Well, thank you very much to both of you.